Standard Version, ESV. Prologue. One of the most common and recurring conversations across America today is the fate of our country's culture. There is a belief in some quarters the United States has now passed its maturity and started the long, slow decline to eventual death. As a nation, we have divided ourselves into red and blue camps that bicker at each other like two elderly men playing checkers in the park. The result is many Americans have concluded that, like many other great civilizations, our nation is crumbling from within. Many surmise that our physical, moral, and cultural infrastructure, once the envy of the world, is dying a slow death of abuse and neglect. In their view, our institutions have become not only rigid, sclerotic, and unresponsive, but also openly hostile to the Judeo-Christian values that served as the basis of America's foundation. Our educational system seems to undermine deliberately the values parents are trying to instill in their children, while cranking out graduates who can barely read or write, let alone critically think about any issue. Our national debt is out of control, leaving a legacy of crippling financial nightmares for our children and grandchildren. Generations of children have never known the loving stability of the two-parent home, resulting in a continually downward spiral of hopelessness, poverty, and despair. Most of all, many perceive there is no cultural agreement on even the most fundamental issues of values and morality, which are left more to individual whim than national consensus. This has resulted in a national discourse often so vile and venomous, it seems to be beyond repair. To those who observe these breakdowns, America's demise seems imminent. Much like an aged and diseased body, our foundational institutions, along with our respect and civility toward each other, are withering. Thus, for approximately half the country, a sense of hopelessness and impending doom permeates the land, because they perceive that we, as a nation, are abandoning faith-based values. For the other half, they believe the future will only be bright if we completely abandon what they perceive to be oppressive and regressive elements of American society, namely our Judeo-Christian heritage, and put our faith in government solutions for every aspect of our lives. They have a feeling of doom and gloom because we are not abandoning that heritage or embracing an all-encompassing government fast enough. This fatalism is lamentable. Those who argue that we have abandoned our Judeo-Christian heritage have come to accept that there is no reason to believe our nation is exempt from the larger historical forces of decadence. In their minds, America's historical moment in the sun has ended, and darkness is rapidly approaching. They have concluded that the 250-year great American experiment in ordered liberty, while representing a glorious and unprecedented chapter in world history, is fundamentally over. In their minds, America's visionary and revolutionary form of government, the constitutional republic, is wheezing down the road like an old car. And rather than try to squeeze a few more miles out of it and risk a complete breakdown, it may be time to trade it in for a new model, whatever that model may be. For those on the other side of the debate, that 250-year experiment cannot end quickly enough. They despair that people continue to cling to what they view as outdated belief systems and impede what they perceive to be progress in achieving their vision of a utopian society. Is this truly America's fate? Has our nation reached the end of its lifespan, destined unavoidably to pass away in the near future? Or could it experience a restoration? What acts of renewal can we take in our personal and national lives to help bring about this regeneration? These are the questions we seek to answer in this book. Unlike those who believe America is staring helplessly at the raised blade of the grim reaper for our nation, we take a more hopeful view. We believe American restoration is not only possible, but also probable if we act now.